Hello and welcome to my review on Downfall, the case against Boeing, where I talk about the show itself and just my overall feelings on the entire situation of the Boeing 737 MAX controversy from 5 years ago as I reflect. In the background is clips from iRacing and R Factor 2 for you to watch, or you can just play this in the background while you're studying or doing work on the computer. So, I watched a documentary with my father on Monday night. We had a beer and some snacks, and overall, we enjoyed it and we thought it was very insightful as it showed all the documents that Boeing themselves were trying to keep hidden from the public eye until they got leaked, of course. Netflix themselves did a good job on giving a detailed background about Boeing's history, the company's merger with McDonnell Douglas, and how the company chasing after profits and impressing Wall Street caused their ultimate downfall. As an aviation enthusiast, I'm grateful that Netflix made a documentary like this. They honestly did the world a favour exposing the greedy corporate actions of the higher-ups of Boeing, particularly on Dennis Muhlenberg, which I will talk about later. Yes, Dennis, I have a bone to pick with you later on in this video. Just you watch out, mate. The animations showing the two crashes and the interviews of the family members were handled very well by Netflix. I was honestly very saddened for them losing their loved ones to Boeing's reckless and dangerous actions to a plane they knew was going to kill people. And honestly, it made me angry seeing the higher-ups not caring about the victims' family members in the courtroom who have lost loved ones to those two planes. I was especially even angrier with how they ignored the requests of Lion Air, of all airlines, for simply wanting to train their pilots on the simulators for the 737 MAX. And long story short, Boeing was like, nope, you're not getting it because money, that's why. Only for them to turn around and blame the airlines, the pilots and the regulators in Indonesia and Ethiopia for being poor and not training their pilots properly. It was honestly a disgrace. I and many people expect companies with Boeing's reputation and long history, and as someone who flies on these planes to go abroad to see loved ones or for business trips, to take responsibility for their actions. But no, we had to wait for two of those 737 MAXs to crash before the plane was finally grounded. But overall though, despite getting angry at parts of the documentary, my dad and I enjoyed watching it and would recommend to anyone to go watch it if you have a Netflix profile. To me, it taught a valuable lesson about cutting corners just to meet a deadline or to make money quickly, as well as the dark side of capitalism and overall doing business as dangerous as that. Now, this is the important part of the video because this is where I have to have a word with you, Mr. Muhlenberg, if you're watching this video. You're probably not, but this is what I have to say to you, mate. I am angry with how you handled the entire situation. I am angry especially with how you ignored the families of the victims who died on those two airplanes. I am angry especially with how you basically treated the airlines who wanted to train their own pilots in the simulators like shit, just because they wanted to train their pilots to better understand the 737 MAX. How dare you? How dare you allow something like this to happen? How dare you release an aircraft knowing full well it was going to kill people, but still ignore it regardless? How dare you especially mock and laugh at Lion Air and Ethiopian Airlines just because they wanted to train their own pilots? You might care about that. You might care about money more than anything, and look what that's happened. You caused your own reputation to go down the toilet for your own reputation, the things that you stand for, making sure your airplanes are safe, so you can be trustworthy. You destroyed your own reputation. You destroyed the company's reputation, and you destroyed your own reputation as CEO of the airline, Dennis. All because you failed to see what was happening to the 737 MAX. You failed to even stop this aircraft to being released to the public. Hell, even worse, you weren't even bothered to try and stop it from being released when you knew damn well it was going to kill people. Not only that, Dennis, you failed to even look at the family members of the victims who died on those two airplanes. You didn't even have the balls to address the family members that in that particular scene of the documentary, which just showed how much of a coward you and your colleagues are higher up the corporate ladder. You might have gotten $61 million now that you're no longer CEO, and the 737 MAX might be a safe airplane again, and it hasn't had a single incident since then. But you, sir, You, Dennis, Mr. Muhlenberg, if I were in your shoes, I'd take a damn good look in the mirror at yourself and just seeing what you have done. Just look at yourself in the mirror and ask, what have you done to cause a mess like this? Because I couldn't live with myself if I did something like that. If I were in your shoes, Dennis, I'd take that $61 million you got from Boeing and burn it. Because even I couldn't live with myself if I had that kind of money from Boeing. Take a very good hard look at yourself, Dennis. Because you, sir, are a disgrace. As I said before, you are a disgrace in the aviation industry. Now, sorry about that, guys. I just needed to get that out there because how angry I was about how Dennis Muhlenberg and the executives of Boeing handled this situation. I just need to get that off my chest quickly for this video. But let me know in the comment section of what you thought of this documentary in general. But that's all I want to say now for this video. So with all that being said, unsubscribe from the channel, dislike the video, and you know the drill. Tell me how wrong I am in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and have a good one.